Brandon Fredrickson here. I'm going to give you a quick copywriting lesson. What you're looking at right here is one of the classic advertisements of all time by David Ogilvy. I'm going to talk about this. And what I want to talk about, actually, I was talking to somebody a couple of days ago, and he was asking me questions about specificity and painting word pictures as a copywriter. He kind of had an idea of what is it, but was still a little bit confusing. He was in the United States, and so I used this example and then one that I thought was still common there, but I guess maybe those commercials have been taken off recently since the last time I was back. But anyway, again, so I'm going to teach you something about specificity, also something about painting a picture with a word. So again, this is David Ogilvy's classic ad for Rolls-Royce. And, obviously there's the picture here, and that tells you something. But I just want you to look at the headline, just the words here. At 60 miles an hour, the loudest noise in this new Rolls-Royce comes from the electric clock. Okay? Now, I want you to compare this to something that Ford Motor Company in the United States used to say. I guess they don't anymore, or the person hasn't heard it said recently anyways. They said at Ford Motors, where quality is job one. Now, that is, sorry to say to whoever was the ad agency that Ford hired, but those were some lazy fucking copywriters that would write something like that. Because you know what? Every single other automaker could probably claim the same thing, or would try to. And, we care about quality. It's job number one. And, well, first of all, it's not true because, profits are actually job number one. Look at, what Boeing did and all kinds of other companies. So if you think about it, they're full of shit anyways, right? But it's just so, it doesn't say anything. It's just like every single person could say that, and it means nothing to me. It doesn't paint any picture in my head. It's very number one. You can see number one, but then you try to abstract how many are there, and so you just kind of get lost. You can't even really compare it. It's terrible, right? No, again, look at this. At 60 miles an hour, the loudest noise in this new Rolls-Royce comes from the electric clock. That tells you, that says quality is job one, way better than what Ford says, right? And it gives you this picture in your head, especially imagine, back, 50, 60 years ago, whatever this was, when, cars were rumbling, down the road, and everybody was whatever, and you've got this car where, oh my gosh, at 60 miles an hour, the clock is the loudest thing in this car. That's just quality in a way that you could never say quality by saying, oh, we're great quality. This it proves it. It's very specific. It paints a picture. And that's how you should ideally say something like that. So don't ever, when you're writing copy, don't ever say something like, quality is number one, or, we're number one, or whatever. Just fucking prove it. Just like this. This is beautiful. Hopefully someday I'll come up with something that amazing. And with that, I'm out of here.